was back in the early 90s that we made our way into the forest wilderness near Vanderbilt, Michigan. We were on a mission to meet an extraordinary man and his family who were living in the forest with no electric and no modern conveniences, in a cabin he and his wife constructed from scratch. His name is Pete, her name is Cathy, and their last name is Schindler. Their name may not ring a bell, but if you realize that Pete, Cathy, and the family performed throughout Michigan as the group Sneaky Pete and his Forever Family Band, you might say, oh yeah. Pete, along with his wife Cathy, cleared the land, hauled the logs, and made a true home for their growing family, while they toured and recorded their original tunes. Daughters Gypsy Wind, Katie Ray, and Simon Peter were taught the music business and to live in tune with nature. You may recall the story was relayed to you in a segment we called Living in the Forest. It's been about 20 years since our visit to the little cabin in the woods, and the family has grown and went their separate ways. But we learned the family unit is still strong as we again crossed paths with Pete, Cathy, Gypsy Wind, Katie Ray, and Simon Peter as they returned in a reunion performance at the Ogama County Fair, where they've been performing for over 20 consecutive years. This is quite a little expansion. You guys have grown since we saw you guys last. Well, we are at the Ogama County Fair with Sneaky Pete and his Forever Family Band. You know how long it's been since we saw you guys? It's been nearly, 20 years ago? Let's see if I've got everybody right here. Gypsy Wind, Katie Ray, Cathy, and Simon Peter. Right? Did I get it right? And Pete. And who do we have here, Pete?
And this is Lou Ray.
Lou Ray. And who does Lou Ray?
Katie's one-year-old boy here.
Well, congratulations. His birthday is this week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
This Sunday.
Sunday. Well, happy birthday. I remember when we were sitting around at the very beginning that you all had dreams of being a drummer, graphic arts, and you really didn't know what you wanted to do, did you? Right. Well, what are you doing now? Are you still into drumming, or what are you doing now, Simon?
Yeah, I play with 3 different groups.
Okay.
One, I play with a group of percussionists, and I do side work other than travel in the summers with the folks. And been making lots of music.
Oh, wow. You've come a long way. I mean, I remember seeing you out there with the stumps and, they're playing in the stumps and having a good time on the forest.
Yeah.
Well, are you in the graphic arts or, into illustrations or anything?
Well, I'm actually in the fine arts, and I teach at Kendall College of Art and Design. I'm teaching in the drawing program, and I'm also making my own work, and I'll be having a show in Lapeer, Michigan at the Gallery 194 in September. My job, you always get homesick, and definitely miss the cabin. I mean, we all have such a physical connection, I think, to that place. And it's making me, the older I get, and the busier I get, it's making me search out the out of doors, whether it's an activity or just going back home. And I think we all kind of use the cabin as sort of a place to congregate back together. It's still a home base in a way, even though we all have our own homes and our own lives going on.
I miss being in touch with the woods and the earth. It's just so peaceful. It brings a calm, brings a calm to your whole soul. I also miss playing music a lot. Being a mom is a full-time job.
And I don't get a chance to do that much.
Not as much, and I have to call mom and dad up, hey, I missed you guys, but we still keep in good contact, and it's still okay. Actually, my husband Doug and I have recently been talking about kind of forming a little duo. He's a drummer, and he plays guitar, and he sings, and so I just love being around it, and I have some songs that I'm interested in, so we're going to start getting that going on and just playing around the area where we live. Okay. Other than that, I'm going to be a mommy, and you never know, I might have another little one someday. So
that wouldn't be so bad.
Katie graduated from high school. She went to Marquette to be a music major.
Yep.
And so I started going up there. We went up there a couple of times, and I liked it up there. And I started a degree back when I was about 21. And so I decided that I was going to go up to Northern and finish a music education degree. And so I followed Katie up there the year after she went to Northern, and she got used to me being there. And we were both in the music department at the same time.
It was good.
And we actually did recitals together. She was a piano major, I was a violin major. And so we got to play music together and took classes together. And,
Sat next to each other, graduated.
we graduated
So it was
together.
awesome. Yeah.
Yes, that was awesome. Yep. And so now, now that I have a teaching degree, I am teaching orchestra for the Crooked Tree Arts Council. It's the Dorothy Gerber Strings Program, and I'm a strings teacher. We teach 3rd grade through high school, and mostly I'm doing very beginners, 3rd graders. And this is the 4th year I'll be back teaching now, and I'm actually getting to the point where I'm having a lot of fun at it.
And I get to be his assistant.
Yeah.
Still making CDs? Still making music?
We're still making music. I did a CD a couple of years ago. It's a little more difficult now that I've started teaching to have the time, you know, but we're still writing things and still learning, and we'll get another CD out in another year or so. Yep.
You must be pretty proud of the way the family's come out like this.
I'm very proud of them, but I don't necessarily attribute that to just myself. I just, they all have skills that they've developed at the cabin, explored those and taken them as far as they can. It's pretty cool. I also went back to school and studied art, and that's opened up a lot of new ideas for me. And now that my kids are grown, even though I miss them, I have the time to explore a lot of those things. It's been wonderful. I learn something new every day just by trying to be creative with resources that I have. I need it. I need it personally.
Kathy likes to make stuff. Doesn't matter what it is. It's
Well, I remember when we were up there, you made some great cinnamon rolls.
And I still do a lot of that too.
One of the things that I kind of wanted to say to you about, you know, the cabin and how we raised in a place that was a real humble place, no electricity and running water, but that's also one of the things that let me go back to school. You know, so I didn't have a mortgage, so I could go back to school and afford to be able to do that. I really want to put in a pitch for that to encourage people to live simply and don't get yourself so far in debt that if you want to change in your life, you can make a change. And that cabin gave me the ability to do that. Because I didn't have a mortgage, I had my place paid off. Gee, I could go away for 4 years and it's still there. I'm back. I live there now, and hey, it helped me immensely.
You never get that out of your blood. It's part of your
No.
psyche, I guess.
Never.
Yeah. But tell me a little bit about what you plan on doing with your future.
I plan on making lots and lots of music. That's what I do. I also work with kids a lot. I give private lessons. I also run a kitchen in Marquette for a public school system. So I really enjoy getting involved with academia, like these guys, and just trying to give some hope to our future. And whether it's through music or in the classroom, just being involved is a good way to make a change.
Well, we'll look forward to that. How about you, Gypsy? What's your
I hope to just keep teaching. I mean, I think it's in my blood. This situation definitely teaches you just how to communicate, I think, and relate to people in general. So keep making art and keep teaching. And music for me is fun. So I can do it whenever I can and have fun at it.
If you just follow your heart and don't give up, the only thing that can stop you is if you give up. That's the only thing that can stop you.
Right. Pursue that passion. Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's good to see you again.
Thank you.
Hey, good to see you, Barry.
Thank you, Barry.
The best, and we'll check back in another 20.
Okay.
Okay.